Hey guys, welcome to the only channel on YouTube with my face legally. I'm extremely excited about making this video. I've been holding on to this secret for a couple weeks now, and I am so thrilled that Epic decided to feature my hub this week at the start of the season too, which is crazy. It's like the most fortunate timing in the history of timing for me. My Fortnite career has definitely peaked. And so I'm going to show you guys both the Easter egg, tell you about how it was built, and then I'll show you a little bit about the featured island that went along with it. And so, cue transition. So for this first part of the video, I'm going to walk around and explain how the hub was built, how I came up with the idea, etc. And so the central part of the city is a street which wraps all the way around and has bending buildings that slightly curve as it goes up until they're completely upside down, and then it's continuous with the other side. Behind the spawn area between two apartment buildings is a grove with like matchmaking where you can queue into various like prop hunt, free-for-all, zone wars, that sort of thing. If you can't fill up a lobby by yourself. And so in the center part, the central building, it has a clock face to it. And then to the right of it is the hospital. There's a little parking lot area in between. And so this was built over like 5 days straight of building like a month ago. And so the idea actually I stole from a friend, Dumb Blonde, who is going to love that this is in the video. And so she saw an Inception trailer on Netflix and was like, oh, you should build that. And so we did that. And so I'm gonna fly a little bit closer to the bend so you can actually see how it slightly changes as it goes up to give that like full optical illusion. It was very painful to make. The curve took alone like 5 hours and I cried the entire time. It was great. And so the buildings above are completely upside down. You'll see the cars are up there, fire hydrants, dumpsters, trees, that sort of thing. Until it goes completely around and back down. Some of the buildings are accessible, but not all of them. Like you can enter the theater that's to the left of the Grove area. And so directly to the left of the center part is my matchmaking portal, which is a free-for-all Zone Wars box fight. Towards the end of the video, I'll talk more about that. The central building that you can actually walk into, and it's just carpeted with one long hallway and then a locked door at the end. And so that's where the Easter egg actually starts. And so for this section, it's about done. If you have any other questions, you can leave them in the comments. But let's get started with the actual Easter egg. So the Easter egg starts at the end of the hallway. Like I said, there's a locked door, and above it, it tells you to look at my Twitter for a hint. And so here's the cinematic for it. And so it's a guy sitting at a table, and it slowly pans up until the projector turns on. And the hint is that you need to go turn on the projector, which is located in the theater to the left of the matchmaking area. And so in this room, you'll see a bunch of tables with bears sitting at them, and then above the doorway is the projector itself, and you have to figure out how to get up there. If you go to one of the tables, the chairs are slightly taller, and you can jump on one of them and jump to the ledge to actually reach the projector. The jump can be kind of tricky, but you basically just have to keep trying. And so when you land on the ledge, you just walk to the end. Right on top of the projector should be a button, and you'll hear a music cue, and then text will appear on the projector screen itself. And so then you just have to walk back to the central area, and then the door at the end of the hallway should be unlocked. The Easter egg itself is just a leveled puzzle, and so it's a hallway that looks almost identical that slightly changes over and over again, and then you have to figure out how to unlock the door at the end. So this first one is mainly empty, minus a light fixture on the left wall, and you just have to press it in order to open the door. The second one just adds a few details to that, where you have a table and a plant, and inside the plant you'll actually have the button for this one. The next one has a painting at the end, and so along the same lines. You look at the eye of it and there should be a button which opens the door. The fourth one gets a little bit more complicated. It's an exact loop that you can keep walking through, and you have to figure out how to open a door that was added to one of them. One of the looping hallways has a different window setup. Instead of having 2 windows on the right, it only has 1 window. And so if you walk up to it, you can press a button on it, which will actually open the door that you need to leave. And so leaving this one, the next one is stretched vertically, so everything's a little bit taller. And the door at the end is locked again. And so what you have to do is jump on the plant and then interact with the X on the ceiling, except instead of opening the door this time, it breaks open the floor and you fall to a twisted version of the hallway. If you jump up the tables that are built into the wall, you can parkour up a little bit and then reach the flowers, which will have the button to open this one. And then you will reach an upside down hallway, and then located on the opposite end of the doorway, you'll be able to press a button that's where the arrow is. And that should swing the door open. The next section is just running. There are no locked doors, and you can just walk through the loops. This was loosely inspired on PT, which is a great game. And so the last hallway is a space area where the hallway doesn't have walls and instead it's just sitting out into the stars. And so what you have to do is jump onto the light fixture and then look up and then hit the light fixture above you. And then it'll teleport you into a white brick room. Just jump through the upside down door and you've completed the Easter egg. And so you'll be able to see the hub actually from the upside down section. See like the full curve, the upside down cars and that sort of thing. On the wall is a sign that tells you congrats for beating it and then you should send me a picture. We're doing a giveaway at some point. I'll probably be giving away battle passes, some V-Bucks, that sort of thing. And then on the wall is a button which will actually let you leave and go back to the central area. And so this is the end of the Easter egg walkthrough. I'm going to show you a little bit more of the secrets that are left in it. One last plug for the rift that's on the very left. The matchmaking is the thing that I made. It's going to be there all week, and I highly encourage you to check it out. And so if you're looking for other things to do in creative, you're bored waiting for your friends or whatever, in the hospital and the door on the far left by the chain link fence is a room full of map codes that you can play. On the right are one-player death runs, and then on the left are more story adventure horror maps that I made. And so that is it for the walkthrough. For the rest of this video, I'm going to show you a little bit of the future Rift, explain how that was made, my thoughts on it, and then that's about it. And so since the Easter egg is done, I thought I would show you guys a little bit of the featured map that went along with it and talk a little bit about it. So this is a split free-for-all zone wars and box fight that alternates. It's 7 rounds total, so you go 4 in the zone wars and then 3 in the box fight. But it'll go zone wars, box fight, in that style. And so the zone wars is set in a city. I really like the Tilted Tower vibe, so I thought that would be fun to play a zone wars in. And then it goes down the street to where the curve breaks off this time instead of going in the full loop. And so this is a randomized loot pool, so you'll always get an AR, shotgun, SMG, and then like a special weapon. But it'll be different every time. Unlike the box fight, which will have a standard loot pool. Box fight, instead of being in a city, is located in like the Grove area where the matchmaking portals were before. There's a placement system. Every elim is worth 2. Every person you outlive is worth 1 point, and then if you win the game, you get 7 points. So that way it'll give a little bit of a balance between W keying and camping, basically. And so this was a lot easier to make with the breaking off curve. I thought it ended up turning out really cool. Let me know what you guys think. I love zone wars and box fights, so if you have any suggestions on how I can fix anything or improve it, let me know. As this video ends, I want to extend my sincerest thank you to Epic Games for featuring this and everyone who's ever played my maps, watched a video, left a comment. It's significantly impacted my life, and I'm very appreciative of it. If you want to help support me further, consider using my code Subcloning in the item shop. All the proceeds I get from that I use for paying off my student loans, so it's not like I'm buying gold jet skis or anything like that. Consider subbing on YouTube or following me on Twitter. I pretty much respond whenever. I'm bored all the time. Quarantine sucks. And I hope you guys have a good week.